But we will sure save one for you. Okay.
This True Value in Long Lake is busier than usual on this Saturday, but for the worst of circumstances.
We had another 100 or so this morning, and we were gone within an hour and a half, 2 hours. So the support is amazing.
Two Oslands.
Customers like Beth Osland showing support for Wayzata police officer William Matthews, who tragically died in the line of duty Friday afternoon after being struck by a vehicle along Highway 12.
Both of our families were very familiar with him. He was always a shining face in our community. We saw him often. Our children knew him. He was a really good role model for our kids.
He's a fantastic guy, the nicest guy ever. I'd see him 2-3 times a week. And even if he's on the side of the road, obviously we knew each other, just a simple wave.
The owners here at this True Value are giving away hundreds of these blue light bulbs in hopes the residents here in Long Lake and Wayzata light their porches blue tonight in honor of fallen Officer Matthews.
Being a police officer myself, it's very difficult. And we know Bill. He comes in here when he's working on duty, and he comes in here when he's off duty with his family. So he's not only a customer of ours, but a friend, colleague. So this is more than just, it's everything.
Owner Mike Kokesh is a sergeant with the Minnetrista Police Department and says this is a tragedy no family should ever have to go through.
This is about Officer Matthews, and it got back to the family, and they appreciate what they're doing. They're obviously in tears and heartache, and something like this, personally, from a law enforcement standpoint of view, is you see that blue light, and it's everything.
In Wayzata, Alicia Lewis, KARE 11 News.
Now to something that happened in Coon Rapids today, making national news.
A prank caller tricked workers at a Burger King into smashing out their windows. KARE 11's Alicia Lewis is on that story and has this report.
Zach and Camille, that prank call happened here at this Burger King on Northdale Boulevard in Coon Rapids, where, as you can see, the building is boarded up, but the burger chain is back in business after the restaurant's own employees smashed many of their windows last night in an elaborate hoax. Now, here's what happened. The Coon Rapids Police Department got a call at around 9:30 saying the employees here were smashing all of the windows. When officers arrived at the scene, store manager on duty told them they received a call from someone claiming to be a fireman and said the restaurant had dangerous levels of gas in the building and that they had to break all of the windows to keep the building from blowing up. The sad realization here was that it was a complete hoax.
The police or fire department is never going to call you on the phone and instruct you to do something like this. We're going to show up in a fire truck and a police car if there's a problem. And we also do not monitor anything going on inside those buildings. That's the job of private security companies.
Now, this is an unfortunate incident that took place here at this Burger King, but believe it or not, it's been happening to food chains across the country. This exact same hoax happened to a Burger King last night in Oklahoma. It happened in California back in February and happened at a Wendy's back in February as well. Now, as for the store manager, I did get a chance to speak with them today. They say they are still cleaning up. They are back open for business, but it's the Playland that will be closed for the time being. And as for that prank caller, police say they're still investigating.
KARE 11's Alicia Lewis is live tonight. She talked with students and faculty from Park High School and has the very latest on this story. Hi, Alicia.
Rena, good evening. Yeah, students we spoke with today are still at a loss for words and in just complete shock after the sudden death of their beloved arts teacher, Mr. Freegard. Now, the one student we spoke with was one of his students. She says coming back to school tomorrow, walking through these doors, knowing he won't be here, just won't be the same.
The reason why I have so much painting stuff now is because of me taking his class.
Park High School junior Andrea Allen Shireen is still in disbelief after hearing about the death of one of her favorite teachers.
He was loved by a lot of students and a lot of my classmates, and it's not okay to lose a teacher, especially one that was so popular among all your classmates and your friends.
Students like Andrea remember Mr. Freegard as not only their teacher, but also a mentor.
Knowing that he's not around anymore to teach me or help me or anyone else, I'm at a loss for words.
A loss for students and the South Washington School District, where Mr. Freegard has worked for the past 15 years as not only an art teacher, but also a coach and a sponsor to a number of school clubs.
He was a talented teacher that enjoyed providing opportunities for students to display their artwork both at Park and in the greater community.
He's got a a painting in his room that is still unfinished, I think, and just knowing that someone would purposely take his life without any regard to how other people might react, it's really heartbreaking.
Now, a few students we spoke with here say they plan on wearing black tomorrow to school to mourn their teacher's death, as well as bring flowers and artwork to fill Mr. Freegard's classroom. District officials also tell us, Rena, that they do have counselors on staff tomorrow and throughout the week for both students and staff. Rena? Welcome back. A small police station from Wyoming, Minnesota has made a big splash on social media, taking their Twitter game to a whole nother level. They use humor to get important information like distracted driving awareness out to the masses, and it seems to be working. You've heard us talk about them time and time again.
The Minnesota Police Department gained national attention for a Super Bowl tweet it posted last night.
These tweets from the past year aimed at drinking and driving have gone viral.
If you're not following Wyoming, Minnesota Police on Twitter, you probably should be following them. They're so hilarious.
We had to find a way to be somewhat entertaining but relative from a traditional public safety perspective on social media.
Paul Hoppy, one of the creatives behind the keys, is the director of public safety for the Wyoming Police Department.
We kind of use that tongue-in-cheek humor or that wit a little bit to deliver a message that otherwise people aren't listening to anymore.
18,000 followers and counting for tweets like, "The strong manure smell in town is back. We checked the area for Packer fans and didn't find any, so we must assume it's the farm fields."
Almost 2,000 people that like it, shared out 633 times, but if we scroll down and you can just see the engagement that kind of goes back and forth.
Aside from the humor, the department started Talk Tuesdays, where their followers can ask them about more serious topics like distracted driving. Questions like, if I see someone texting and driving, can I make a citizen's arrest? Or whether or not someone can play a YouTube playlist while driving.
The best choice is really just turn it off, put it down, and answer the messages when you get someplace. To stop in traffic or to stop at a stoplight or a stop sign, yeah, that's still illegal. That's still using your device while you're maneuvering a vehicle.
Hoppy says this opens a line of communication and transparency, educating the public one tweet at a time. So again, they're doing a lot of great work there, and they're trying to get really important messages out to the masses, and they're doing just that. And of course, we're asking folks again, if you haven't done so yet, you can still take our pledge. We have about 2,800 people who have done so. I'm trying to get to 3,000, and you can text EYES up to 25543 to take that pledge.
Well, you make a good point, because their numbers are going up because they've had some really funny stuff, and because their numbers are high, people are seeing their message on distracted driving.
Definitely. You look forward to it. What are they going to say about it now? That's what they've been very creative about.
They have 10 people at their station, and they're reaching millions of people across the world.
And how many are working the account?
Just a few, he said. So they all kind of brainstorm and put some stuff out there. But yeah,
they get
doing
it.
good work. Yeah, definitely.